me give you a quick look at how Octane Light Studio works together with Material and HDRI Studio. The engine is switched to Octane. I set the shading type to rendered. In Octane Light Studio, I click on what I want to light, in our case the Suzanne. The light type up here, air light, is the one I have selected. I click create and the dialog with the light settings opens. Now I can set the light, I turn it to the right, tilt it up a bit, move the camera a little to the side and tilt it up a bit more. Then I click up here and the light is set. Let's add a second light. I click the Suzanne again, click create, and this time I take one of the presets. I put it on the left, adjust it a little and set the intensity so it works as a fill light. I click up here and leave it like that. Now I have set two lights. I can put them on solo or switch individual light sources on and off. And with this little button up top, I can switch off all the lights at once. Right next to it I have got the world settings, the environment. This little button switches the environment completely on and off. From here I can control the HDR directly. The strength, how brightly it glows, contrast and saturation. Now I go to Octane HDRI Studio. I can reach it directly from up here. I don't have to use the side panel. I can click HDRI Studio right inside Octane Light Studio. Up here I see the list of the HDRIs I have loaded. When I create a completely new scene, I can set these HDRIs to global. Then they are automatically in every new Blender scene. The nice thing is that all the settings are kept and saved. So if I go down to the settings and change the rotation, it stays. If I pick a different HDR up here or down here, it doesn't matter, and turn it, then both settings are saved on their own. When I click the one, I get the settings as it was before. When I click the other, our bathroom HDR, its values are saved separately too. So I can adjust each HDR however I like, and when I open Blender again, I always have the same positions exactly as I last set them. Here in Octane HDRI Studio 2, we have got the same two buttons as in Light Studio. I can switch off the light I set myself, so I can judge the HDRI better. We can switch that back and forth anytime. I switch the light back on. And then we go straight to Octane Material Studio. As I said, we don't have to click on Octane Material Studio first. From this Octane Suite, we can always reach the individual add-ons directly. So let's go to Octane Material Studio. Here we see the materials I have created. We select the Suzanne. I will zoom in a bit. Then we see this button, Assign Material. And we can assign the individual materials directly. That's pretty quick. If we want, we can show a material strip down at the bottom. We go into the settings and enable material strip. Then we see the strip down here with the materials to choose from, and we can drag them straight on. And if you want to change a material, we just click on it. For example, this one here. The name is wrong, I just noticed plastic red. When I click on it, we go straight to the shader editor and can adjust the material there. In Octane Material Studio 2 we have the option to switch everything off or on. If I switch off the light and also the world, the environment, it goes dark. I can test just the light or just the HDR. I can do that anytime, no matter which add-on I'm in. And if I want to keep adjusting the light or assign a different material and I just go over to Octane Light Studio, I always have the option to adjust everything at once right here. If I drag a different material on, I can do that here too without going into Octane Material Studio separately. That's the point of these strips. And I can try other HDRs here anytime and apply the settings. All the settings I make down here are of course also used in Octane HDRI Studio and saved globally too. And then we can go to a light, for example this one. I double click it and I'm in this view. I can go out and adjust the whole thing however I want. I can also take one of these tools, for example the placement tool, move and aim, and click right on the Suzanne. Go in and set the light how just I like it. And yes, that was a simple overview of how to work with the 3 add-ons at once.